YouTube, hello, Retro Reclaimer here. So, as the title suggests, we're going to visit CEX. We're going to nip to a few charity shops just in my local area, give you guys sort of an insight of the areas I've got to hunt, the shops that I've got on the doorstep type of thing, and just make some different content, keep it fresh, keep it fun. Yeah, so there's a few stuff here I'm going to take over to CEX. So we've got, so on the previous video where I was gifted a few things from another tuber, Mike, from Geordie/Gamer. A few of these titles I'm going to take down to CEX. So we've got 007 Everything or Nothing, Evil Twin, Call of Duty World at War, FIFA Street, and Spider-Man 3. So, yeah, he gifted me over a big bundle of PS2, PS3 games. These were the ones where the disc was sort of in healthy enough condition to maybe go over towards CEX. We'll see if they take them. I'm hoping they do. There's a game here, Evil Twin, which I would have like to have kept, but with there being no manual, I figured I'll take it for the trade-in, but something I'll potentially keep my eye on in the future. As for the others, so I predominantly collect for the Xbox and the Xbox 360 of these generations, and I only really, when it comes to the PS3, PS2, which I play very little, I want the exclusive titles on those consoles. It's, you know, rather than collect for both sides, if you will. So that's the reason why I've decided to take those towards CEX. Other titles, we've got Dinotopia. Again, I mentioned in the previous video that I picked this up without a manual, and then I recently found it with a manual, so just upgraded. So I'll take that in. Noticed that it was £8 at CEX, which I will have paid £8 for it. Unfortunately, the price has gone down to £5, so it's only £1 trade credit in for that, so I've made a loss. It's something I should have checked. I think when I saw it at the time, I wanted, in fact, no, yeah, was it from CEX? I think I bought it from CEX, sort of roulette style, and it came without a manual, but I wanted to keep it because if they don't have manuals, I will keep games that I care a lot about. So yeah, really, I should have just sent it back for that price. King Kong. So this is the only one I've got in the collection. You'll notice a little green sticker. That means that there's something wrong with the disc, and it's the fact that it's a classics. So it's very petty, but it's just the way I like to collect. I like things, you know, in the right condition. I'm willing to let a few things go, but for a game which I can get a few pound trade credit, I'd rather trade that in with the classics disc and acquire one again in the future with the right disc. Lord of the Rings War in the North. I played this a few times, never really got into it, never found it amazingly fun. We've got an orange sticker. There's no manual with this one, so rather than it sitting in the collection, I'd rather just trade it in. Again, it is a game I'd like to have complete. So yeah, if I find it again, and it's only cheap, so we'll come across it. Same goes for Need for Speed Undercover. I don't think I'll ever play it, to be honest, but another orange sticker. And Transformers the game. These ones are going. I played this recently actually, and it wasn't as good as I remembered. But again, I'd like to keep it in the collection, but for now, I'm going to get rid until I find one with a manual, rather than searching for manuals separately. And then on top of that, we've got Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 1. So these are games I picked up for £1 each at a local charity shop. I'll get £1.40 for this and £4 I think for Dead Space 1. So just a bit of profit there. And I've already got those two games. And then Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3. So this is one, I've no interest in it. It looks pretty fun on the back. It looks like Transformers. I'm guessing it's some sort of fighting game. If there was a manual there, I probably would have kept this. but again, there's no manual, and I think I'll get £12 trades credit, so I'd rather get rid of stuff that's not quite complete and get stuff with manuals. So we'll take those to CEX, we'll check out some of the local charity shops, and we'll hopefully find some decent stuff. Okay, we'll see you shortly. Okay YouTube, so just pulling off the drive, we are heading over to town, so Blackburn Town Centre. We'll hit a couple of charity shops and then we'll go towards CEX. Okay, so that's Wainwright Bridge, which was recently painted in the colours of the strip of Blackburn Rovers football club, blue and white. I work on just the other side of that bridge, so it's being a Blackburn fan, it's definitely a bit of pride for the supporters and the local team. Okay, pulling into Townsmore Retail Park. The shop just here on the corner is Cancer Research UK. Used to be Blockbuster. It's very nostalgic feeling driving onto this car park. I remember doing it plenty of times with my parents. Obviously going to head over to Blockbuster to rent a DVD, get some popcorn. These days obviously we don't have Blockbuster, but I still get to go in and visit it as a charity shop. So let's see how we get on. Okay, so we're going to do a voiceover for this. There was music playing, and yeah, I believe you get sort of copyrighted or whatever, so I decided let's just silence from here and we'll talk through it. So as you're walking on the left, there's like a lot of furniture. Over here is loads of toys, as you can see. So I tend to head down this way with the hopes of finding something that I know is worth a bit of value, or it's got a bit of value to it, or a box console would be amazing, but yeah, I've yet to come across. Here I saw a Wingman joystick, and I thought maybe that was worth picking up, but I decided to leave it. The rest of this is just sort of ornaments, and you know, there's some new stuff here at the back. There's loads more furniture tables there. And then as we go through here, you'll notice I point the phone down at the floor whenever there's people about. Just, I don't know, I'm not really comfortable with holding it being too obvious type of thing. So over here there's racking, and this is where they tend to keep all the games. So as I look through, there's a lot of sports titles, a lot of titles which have been there for a while. And then I flick around, one of the ladies came over actually and put a game on the racking as I was stood here, so that was lucky. I didn't get a glimpse of what it was exactly. More sports titles, and then this side, so Super Mario Galaxy stands out there. The Wild Races, I think it is, that was another one I've not seen there before, so I got a bit excited knowing that there's going to be a few games here that I can potentially grab. I've just picked up Assassin's Creed Syndicate there for the Xbox One. That's the first Xbox One game I've found in this shop so far, and yeah, I dropped a few on the floor, so I decided to cut the video now. Okay guys, back in the car. So from there then obviously there was a bundle of games I started looking at, dropping them. I figured I'd stop filming, grab the ones that I wanted to get, and then show you obviously what I bought in the car. So a couple that I've got which I want to keep. So we've got Super Mario Galaxy. It's a game I've been after for a while, and I certainly need more Wii games, and the Wii is something I've thought over the last couple of months that I want I've only got one controller for it. I don't have it set up. I don't quite have the space, but I want to start building a little collection for it, and maybe one day getting it out, set up in the living room. So yeah, Super Mario Galaxy for £1. I could trade this in for £7 if I wanted to, but I'm gonna keep it. It's in nice condition. I'd rather it wasn't a Nintendo Selects, but I'm not gonna let that bother me. Another game I've sort of just bought off the cuff. I thought if it's worth out, I'll trade it in. If it's not, then I'll keep it. And that was SingStar ABBA. I just thought it'd be fun. I remember SingStar back in the day, and it was fun to play. Who knows? Again, I like to envisage that I've got a proper setup for all sorts of games, and it'd be a good party game one day, I'd imagine. Not necessarily for me, but others. And who doesn't like ABBA? So yeah, I don't know. I just didn't want to leave it for £1. And then the rest, so I've got 4 games here which I'm going to trade in, and I should get about £14 trade credit. So I've just spent £6. Hopefully it means that I've got a couple of free games and some decent credit to take CEX, which is where I'm heading. So I've got Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. I think this goes a lot more on the Xbox. Really great game. I love the arcade of Outrun. I might already have this game. I'm not sure, but I've bought this with intention of trading it in. I think I'll get £4 for it. Lego Harry Potter years 5 to 7. So this game, it's scratched. I mean, it'll work fine, but I'm not sure it'll get past CEX. Hopefully it does. If it doesn't, it's only £1, and then I'll just keep it anyway. Burnout Free Takedown. I love the Burnout games. I believe I've already got this. I'm not 100% sure. If I don't, it's something I'd prefer on the Xbox anyway. So yeah, we'll trade that in. I think I get a couple of quid. And then there was one Xbox One game. That's the first Xbox game I've found there. I'll trade this and I'll get £4. Assassin's Creed Syndicates. I was considering keeping this because I am trying to grab all the Assassin's Creed games, but I don't really collect for the Xbox One, and I know that if I buy this, it will just sit away doing nothing for probably years. Because the next Assassin's Creed game I want to play is Assassin's Creed 2. I just can't imagine I'll ever get to this, so I'm just going to trade it in for now. If one day I want it, then I'll get it. So yeah, hopefully we'll get about £14 worth of trade credit, and then yeah, a couple more games added to the collection. So far so good. We'll spin you back around and we'll head into the town centre. I'm not too sure about filming in the town centre, but we'll see. We'll have a look. All right, catch you in a bit. Okay, so this is Darwin Street Bridge that we're under. Darwin Street is one of the first main roads that was here in the town. One of the oldest buildings that we just drove past there from, I think, the 1700s perhaps. Yeah, so Blackburn's a big town, but the town centre is quite small actually. It's got a good shopping centre, and yeah, there's a few charity shops, so it's pretty good. Local history I absolutely love. I don't know, I have pride in the town that I was brought up in. It's a shithole, don't get me wrong, but I think most places are, and it's my shithole, so yeah, I like it. So in front of us now there's an Age UK. I've never actually been in there. I don't know if it's offices. It doesn't look like a charity shop, it looks more like offices. But I've never actually head over and had a look. I might pop over and take a look today. Okay, so we're parked up on the multi-storey. Let's head over to CEX. Okay, so there's another little cancer research shop here, right next door to CEX. I always pop in here before going into CEX, but I think there's only 2 or 3 times I've actually bought a couple of games, Call of Duties and stuff, nothing major. It's a small shop, and down in this corner they keep all the DVDs, books and games. Just to the left of these baskets is a racking where the games are, and there was only about 5 sports titles, but there was a guy there looking through them, hence why I didn't put the camera over that way. So then, yeah, I realised there was nothing there and decided just to exit. At CEX then, so in these windows, I'll just let you have a look. So down at the bottom there's a DualShock controller there, something I'm collecting, so I've definitely got my eye on that. Nice Xbox controllers. Up on top you've got the Mario Kart game, and then in this window there's a bunch of other stuff, mobile phones, and yeah, I always wonder how long things stay in windows and get sun bleached and lose the colour. Heading into the shop, it's quite an average size. It isn't massive, but it isn't tiny. A few Pokemon games here I've had my eyes on for a bit, some PSP games, loads of amiibos and stuff at the bottom. PS5s, there's plenty of those in this shop. There's, what, 4 there? Lots of controllers. It's quite well stocked at the moment, I'd say, is this shop. Loads of Xbox controllers there, VR, Switch lights, 360 stuff, Wii, and then there's quite a bundle of PS1 games. So there's a game there I've got my eye on, and I ask to take a look at. Some of the mini consoles there too, GameCube, some of the more expensive PlayStation games and PS2 games there. Couple of Master System, PS4s, and then there's all PC stuff there. Heading over to the racking, so the interesting bit. So Wii U is very small in this shop. There's only these select few games. I do grab one that's in that little bundle there. And Wii, there's a few more Wii, but again, not a massive amount. And right at the end here is the original Xbox. That I should have picked up that trilogy pack for Grand Theft Auto, but I didn't. I do pick one game out of that lot, and then PS Vita, and then finally PSP. So I've been looking at trying to get a couple of PSP games, but I've not come across anything that I particularly really want just yet. Finished with CEX, so we'll talk about that later. Now we're back in town centre. There's another shop here, British Art Foundation. I've bought a few things from this shop. We're very busy, so I've sort of covered the phone with a bag here. But I thought I'll keep the footage in and just talk about it. Yeah, there's right at the back. There's toys, books, games, and stuff, and it were very busy. But there were nothing there worth grabbing or nothing worth showing. So we came. Okay, YouTube, we're now back home. So let's have a look, recap on everything we've got. So the first charity shop that I went into, I bought 6 games, 2 games that I've kept. So SingStar ABBA and Super Mario Galaxy. Really tough to have this. It's one I thought, recently for a while that I thought, yeah, I want to try and get hold of that. I'm filming in a different room today. This is so I can keep an eye on Luigi here. Luigi, come here. We've got a show. I think you can see Blossom. She's just chilling. She's nearly 8 now. This is little Luigi, who won't stay little forever. He's a Doberman, European Doberman, so he will grow to be quite large. He's 11 weeks old, smaller than a typical Doberman at this size. He's a little piranha, likes to bite everything. Yeah, he didn't have the best start, but he'll soon catch up. No. As you can see, he loves a bite, so we've got to distract him with toys. So yeah, so 6 games. So there were 4 games that I went to trade in, 2 that I've kept. One of those games was refused, and that's Harry Potter. The others went. So Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Burnout 3, Outrun Coast to Coast. So I made £10. Get off. I made £10 from those games. So spent £6 and I got almost double that back. So that's good. I'll probably just keep that in the collection for now. It is scratched, but it will work. Right, okay. You're making this hard work for me. Here, what's this? Go get it, go get it, go get it. Other games that came back then, Need for Speed Undercover and FIFA Street. So again, they came back with being 2 scratched. The rest of the games all went through, so that was really good. And altogether, I got a voucher worth £47.80. So that's all the games and what they went for. £47.80 was quite a bit of chunk of money to grab a few bits. On my way in through the video, I spotted something and I thought, yeah, I'm going to come take a look at that. We did end up buying it and bringing it home, and that is a PlayStation 1 DualShock controller. So it's the PS1 variant as opposed to just PlayStation. See-through sort of black or grey maybe. I'm trying to collect all these different variants, and I've got quite a few of them now, so when I saw this one I couldn't just leave it. There is damage to the thumbstick here, which isn't amazing. I was umming and ahhing when I saw that, but I figured I might end up being able just to replace that thumbstick at some point, so it's not too bad. Rest of it's really good condition. I know they test them, I know this is likely to work. Yeah, happy to have another one of those in the collection, because I've not had one for a while. That was £12, I believe, as well. So for very little pennies, you know, it's worth grabbing. Next game I picked was Guardians of the Galaxy. So this is a steelbook limited edition. I don't consider myself a collector for the Xbox One or anything above that, but I do like steelbooks. For £10, which is quite cheap, there's with this comes an original video game soundtrack, but it is a digital download, and it's very likely that those downloads have gone. That's a shame, because that would have been nice to have as a CD. I did have a look in it to see if it was there, and then I realised by looking on the back it wasn't. Obviously a steelbook case, and then a hardback art book as well. A couple of costumes, but yeah, they're not likely to be there. But it's in really nice condition. It's a game that I'm not massively bothered about playing, but now I've got it, I will play it. I do like Marvel, I do like Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's just again, for £10, I couldn't not take it home. I was specifically looking for steelbooks, mainly on the 360, but yeah, I found this one and I thought it's coming home with me. So the cords are still in here, but they'll have been used. They're gone. Which is a shame. I mean, they might not be. I'll try them, but I have shown it to camera, so I will make sure I try them before I put this video out, because I don't want anyone pinching it if they've not gone. But it's very likely that they have. And then yeah, there's an art book here. So it's got a cover. Luigi's just playing with the bag. Be careful with that. No. It's just distracting again. Here, what's this? No. Here, go get it. Yeah, Luigi wants the games. So yeah, I've not had a look at this just yet, but it's just an art book. There's different bits and pieces in there. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to... Right, 1 minute. Come here. Here. What about this? Go get it. There we go. That should keep him occupied for a few seconds. So yeah, an art book, which will be interesting to have a proper flick through. Steelbook, and it's just I like the colour of it. It's nice sort of neon pink colour. It'll look nice sort of displayed, and yeah, I'm actually looking forward to installing it and playing the game. So for £10, perfect. Speaking of perfect, we got Perfect Dark Zero. So I do already have this game, and I was in the room sorting it out yesterday, and as I was looking through, I looked through this game, and it were missing some stuff. It were missing a bonus disc. So I thought, I'm not happy with that. I could do with, you know, enhancing it, getting a proper one. Here, Weege. £4. I saw this and I just thought, right, if it's got everything that I need, I'll just buy it. The outer sleeve isn't the best. I think the one I've got is better. Same with the case. There's a lot of blemishes and scratches. But the main reason I got it is for this bit here. So on my copy, I don't have this. It's been pulled off. So I don't have the disc neither. With this, I can at least put them both together and build the best copy, and then trade back in the one that I don't want. Which, of course, if it's £4, I'll only get £1, but it's something back at least. Right, let's have a look. Here, what about this one? Luigi, come here. Get this. Get it. Get it. There we go. We'll occupy him for another few seconds. And then the rest of these games are relatively cheap games, but the games that I just had interest in, you know, playing or collecting for a while. And whilst I had the credit, I thought, rather than let it build up, I'm just going to grab these games whilst they're there. I made sure I had manuals with every one of them. So there's Star Ocean Last Hope, which is, it looks like a Final Fantasy sort of game. Oh, here we go. How many discs? There's 3 discs with this, so there's quite a lot of discs. Which is typical of a Japanese role-playing game. I don't know. It's one that I've looked at a few times and I thought I need to grab that. Well, unlikely I'll ever get round to playing it, but who knows? And for £2.50, I'm not lost a great lot. I'll show that one later. You've probably just seen it. So one thing I'm into at the moment is grabbing. I'm a bit. Is it paranoid? I'm a bit paranoid of servers one day going down or no longer being able to access the store and download obviously updates, but more so DLC. So I've got the Shivering Isles DLC for the for Oblivion, Elder Scrolls 4. It'd be easier just to buy the Game of the Year edition and have it all together, but I quite like having a separate case and a separate. What's really good is you get a separate map as well. So I've got a map. In fact, I've got a full map of Cyrodiil, and I've also got a Shivering Isles map. But yeah, I saw that and I thought I never need to worry now about not being able to grab that on the store. And again, £2.50. I'm not losing any money spending £2.50 on something like that. Here we go. He's back. He's back. He's back. The biter's back. Here, this one. Get that one now. Get it. Get it. So in line with the same theme. Unfortunately, there's damage there, but I can swap that out, no problem. We've got Fallout 3, The Pit, and Operation Anchorage. Again, Game of the Year editions you can grab or whatever, but I like that I've got this on a disc. So if I ever want to upgrade my original copy of Fallout 3 with DLC, I can do quite easily. And yeah, it's nice. It's part of the collection, I think. I can imagine, I've said it in my previous video, I imagine those are the ones which will become rarer to find as the years go on. So get them now whilst they're cheap. So this is a strange one. I saw this and I just thought, why not? Again, £2.50. It's History, Great Battles, Medieval. I don't know how well it will play, whether it will be fun or not, but I do like medieval times, if you will. I do like those that era. Is it? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I like medieval stuff, so I bought a medieval game. Keep it simple. Original Xbox. So this is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege Black Arrow. I've got a lot of the Tom Clancy's games, and I had a quick look before I went out because I've saw this a few times and I've left it behind. What do you want? You want to bite me, don't you? No. No. Here. Get this. Get it. So yeah, I picked it up and put it down a few times. So I thought I don't want to buy it again if I've already got it for 50p. I don't know why I was even questioning it. Just get it. If you don't have it, well, you've lost 50p. So yeah, I didn't have it, so I grabbed it. However, I've just obviously there's only so much you can check when you buy stuff, and I've just realised that obviously it's a classics game in an original. Like I've said before, I'd rather this just be a classics completely than it being mixed match. So yeah, that's a real shame. So it is a wasted 50p. I'll keep it for now, but I'll always look to upgrade that. I'm sure it won't be too difficult. And then we've got a Connect game here. So I did have Luigi. I did have an aspiration to complete the Connect collection. I've since drifted from that, and I do like to slowly grab some of the more interesting ones. I've not seen this before, so I saw it and I thought, again, for £1, I'm going to grab it. Manuals in there, games in there, and it's another Connect game to the collection. It is damaged here, but I've got quite a few of those cases, so that's alright. Last 360 game is Dragon Age 2. So last pickups video I picked up an expansion pack for Dragon Age Origins. Here we've got Dragon Age 2, so if I do make a start playing these, which I wouldn't mind to, I've always wanted to get involved with these games, then at least I've got them there ready. And then finally, so is Pokken Tournament. So before I show you that, there was a game in the window for the PlayStation 1, 102 Dalmatians. I remember, I've got memories of playing that when I was younger with a friend, and we didn't complete it, but we didn't have a memory card, so we had to leave a PS1 turned on all night. But we really enjoyed it, so when I saw that game, I've been in CEX and seen it there for the past 3 months, and I thought, go on, I'm gonna grab it. As they brought it round, he was like, look, there's no manual in this one, so it was a straight up no, I'm not taking it then. So whilst he put it back, I went and grabbed this, which I was eyeing up just beforehand anyway. No Mewtwo card, unfortunately. It might be easy to find online on eBay just to chuck back in there. The Wii U is a system that I got and I loved, but it was short-lived because I got a Switch maybe a year later. And Pokken Tournament was definitely a game that, you know, I mean, it's me and it's Pokemon, of course I was going to grab it. Whilst Wii U games are quite cheap, £8, I was picking that up instead. And that left me with £10.80 left over on a voucher. I did have a quick look afterwards, but couldn't really find anything, so we'll use that for next time. So a great bundle of stuff to chuck in the collection. I will get ahead with sort of cleaning these up now and getting them presentable before they get put on a shelf. But yeah, it was quite a success, I think. There was only a few games that were rejected, which I was expecting a few to get rejected, to be honest. Great to see another one of these controllers. The problem with buying these online is because they're listed as PlayStation 1 DualShock 2 or whatever, that sometimes are labelled up as PlayStation. The people who label them up, or maybe even the labels are wrong, they're getting confused between these and then the original DualShocks for the original PlayStation. Basically the buttons, the wires, the light grey touches are a darker grey. But yeah, happy to have another one of those. So yeah, it was quite a success. It was something different. Filming in public is a bit, I don't know, I don't feel too comfortable with it, but hopefully it'll get easier. Yeah, hopefully it's made a good video, and we'll see you on the next one. We'll do another one soon. So I better pay him some attention, get him tired, and we'll see you later, YouTube. Okay, bye bye.